Welcome back to the channel, folks. This week I'm just going to jump straight in as there's a lot to cram in. So welcome back to Hamilton.
Good morning, people. It's the 7th of February. It is a Friday and we have just left Colette's house and we are making our journey down south, down to my cousin Dawn's, and we've got a few stops planned on the way, all organised by Colette, who's very organised like me. We're off, folks. We are off. So it's goodbye to Hamilton from us.
Head west
after a
on
lovely
Sayre Street
stay.
towards Irvine Street, then turn left onto Irvine Street.
Getting to know our way
Turn
around
left onto
Hamilton.
Irvine Street.
So we are just on the Thermal Explorer Highway. The Thermal Explorer Highway is built around lots of basically volcanoes, and you've got the heat coming up from underground, and so it's like cat and mouse, really, isn't it? It's like going along, avoiding the volcanoes and hope they don't erupt, because underneath us is a lot of bubbling lava.
In North Island, where we are, the geothermal energy is used for heating, and along the way we see the power stations like coming up on the left hand side.
So we are in a place called Tirau and we are welcomed by this big dog.
It had to be done.
And we have two sheeps over here.
Yeah.
Two sheeps over here. Welcome to Tirau. And now, Ronnie's Cafe and Bakery. We've been to a Ronnie's before and I know they do some marvellous cakes.
So it's on to our first stop. So we are heading to Hucker Falls, which is situated on the Waikato River, New Zealand's longest river. This Hucker Falls generates enough power to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in just 11 seconds. The effect is mesmerising, but very loud, as you'll hear in a minute. Lots of things to see along this route. Check the helicopter out on your left-hand side. Unfortunately, time is catching up with us. We were too long at breakfast, so we're going to have to make this a very quick visit. Ohiro and Tukitaku Falls are also nearby.
When it starts, you can see the bottom. It's so clear.
Yeah.
There's nothing, and then they open the dam.
Not far from the falls are the craters of the moon. This area in the national park is full of the geothermal activity, which can be viewed by walking over some broad walks. One place I think we need to come back to. We have now moved on to
the Chris Jolly boat, and we're going out to the Maui rock carvings on Lake Taupo.
Have you noticed, folks, I've ditched Mr. D. Colette is so better. Don't let him hear me say that.
Mr. D became a chief yesterday at the Maori village to Puia Springs in Rotorua. So we are actually having to be behind him. But this morning we have chosen to sit in front of him.
And we're the chiefs.
And we're the chief essence.
Mr. D,
Yeah,
are you okay back there?
I'm sound, thanks, yeah.
Where are you?
I'm here.
Just, we're the chiefs today, okay? You've been relegated now. You're no longer chief. Just so you know that. Okay, so we're on a boat, and we are getting ready to move. So we're just going to tell you a little bit about the rock carvings that we're going to see today.
These rock carvings are over 40 years old. They were carved during the 1970s, taking 4 years to complete and finished in 1980. The rock carvings are a staggering 14 metres tall. The smaller sculptures surrounding the rocks depict Tupuna, ancestors, and Kaitiaki, which are the guardians that are pivotal to the Maui Maui tribe. Lake Taupo is a volcano formed approximately 26,000 years ago. It erupted 29 times within the last eruption about 1800 years ago. These days, Lake Taupo is the second largest freshwater lake in the southern hemisphere.
You see? Facts for you.
Mati Whaka Brightwell and
Oh,
a team
hang on. Whoa, slow down, Claire. Can you
Okay.
say that word again?
Matahi Whakataka Brightwell
Okay, and it's not what you think, folks.
and a team of carvers worked on the 14-metre high rock face to carve it.
I can't say that word. If I said word, it would come out rude, I can assure you.
We will get the captains. We will video the captain speaking as we go along. This is going to be a wonderful venture for Jill and Sean and all of your followers to watch. Enjoy watching this video.
Perfect. So ditched you. You're ditched. You're ditched, Mr. D. You're ditched.
There we are.
So just another interesting fact is that the lake that we're on, Lake Taupo, it is an active volcano, and 25,000 years ago it erupted, and again in 2,000 years ago. We're hoping it doesn't erupt, because if it does, the whole of New Zealand has gone, including us. But what better way to go than on a boat on a lovely day cruising the lake?
Current lake temperature as at right now is 20.4 degrees. However, if you've been for a swim recently, you'll know that's only the surface temperature. As soon as you dive down, she does get cold pretty quick.
Go ahead, Mrs. D, you living the high life?
I am.
Up front with a glass of wine.
I am. What do you think? Cheers.
Lighten up, take me on your magic river. Tell me all your dreams align. Sign me up and tell me about the people that you know who are trying to feel alive. Life can get hard, so honey, if you need to cry, just come share my pillow and rain, rain, go away.
So we've just left Lake Taupo.
I wanna hear about everything you're ever thinking. You know that I can take the truth.
So we are heading down now to where are we going? I'm not sure. We're going to go find somewhere to have some lunch anyway. So we'll see you at lunchtime. Mr. D wants a pie. You having a pie?
I'm having a pie if they got them.
He's having
Steak
a pie.
and mushroom, steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese. Oh,
Yeah, steak and mushroom, steak and cheese.
Steak and
Lovely day.
cheese. Steak and mushroom.
What a trial.
Or chicken and mushroom. Sounds good. Well, we'll see. So we've just...
Exit the roundabout onto Volcanic Loop Highway.
So we are just going on to the Volcanic Loop Highway. So, seems to me...
State Highway 1 for 43 kilometres.
And this is State Highway 1, which basically goes down the whole of the centre of New Zealand. But this, folks, is the Volcanic Highway. So we're heading towards Tirau, which is 42 kilometres away. And Mr. D has just come up with the most bizarre thing. Do you want to repeat that?
Just said a little earthquake would be good, just a little one, a little tremor.
He wants to have a little earthquake while we're here, a little tremor.
Just so I survived the tremor.
That's because he was sleeping the last time we had a tremor when we were in Norway and he missed the whole flipping thing. So guys, we're in a little cafe in Tirau called Time for Food, and I have to say this cafe has given us really lovely treatment. They had no hesitation in making me a cheese and onion sandwich, and I've had that. Mr. D has had a steak and mushroom pie, and I've had a cup of English breakfast. And Mr. D has had a cup of Earl Grey. And a big shout out to the staff over there. So it is Adele, Marnia, and Deirdre that run this cafe, and they're all over there, and they're all over there giving us a little wave. They're so excited that English people are using their cafes.
Can't believe it's still only lunchtime. We've seen so much already. So feeling full, we headed back on the road.
You can just make out in the mist the volcano up there, but it is very misty today.
Make the roads a little bit greasy as well.
Yeah. There's the volcano there, and it's just started raining.
It then started hailstoning, and that's the thing with New Zealand. You can experience all 4 seasons in one day. You have to be prepared for anything. Now just check that blue sky out now. What a turnaround.
We are here at the Rimu Spiral Lookout, and this is in the King Country region of New Zealand. Now the Rimu Spiral is when the train goes up, it actually goes around in a spiral and comes back down. It's the only way it can get round the hills that are here. It's one of the wonders of engineering of the new age world.
And here we are at the spiral. And there's a little mini replica of it up there. Right, let's go up and have a look. Up the steps we go. So a lot of it is hidden under all this bush. Those crickets are going wild.
And it's still used.
But it is still used every day. So yeah, it's hidden under here, and that's why there's a replica here, so you can see where it goes through the tunnel.
And this is an aerial view you can see.
You may have seen on some of my footage the pampas grasses that are growing wild, and they are called toi toi here in New Zealand. Spelt T-O-E, T-O-E, so we would say toto, but they're pronounced toi toi. And there's loads here. Let's go find the car and push on down.
It wasn't long before we found something else that caught our interest.
So we are at Oakuni Carrot Adventure Park Trust, and we found some big Kevin the carrots. A turnip, a very bizarre rude parsnip, I believe.
What do you think, folks? Because I think it's quite rude.
very interesting little adventure park.
Now here's something for Mr. D. He wants to visit the National Army Museum, which is formerly known as the Queen Elizabeth II Army Memorial Museum. It's located on the State Highway 1, so there's no reason for us not to stop and have a quick look.
So we've made a quick pit stop at the National Army Museum to look at these marvellous tanks and guns. Guns there. There goes Mr. D. He's headed over towards that tank. So this was built in Great Britain.
Yeah, Centurion tank, yeah.
Yeah. And it was used from 1953 to 1968 for training purposes here. Yeah. This is nice. Remembering the war animals.
So here we have a Bofors anti-aircraft gun.
So this is an armoured personnel carrier and it's the M113.
So this is the Scorpion Sevia, or Combat Vehicle Reconnaissance. They're widely used during the Falklands War.
And it was first developed in Britain in 1969 and New Zealand bought 26 of these vehicles.
Beautiful views out there, Mrs. D.
Beautiful. I mean, to anyone else who doesn't know, they would just look like hills, but they're not. They are dormant volcanoes. It's just amazing. New Zealand is a ticking time bomb, really is. So we are back on the State Highway number 1 again, and we are heading to Tahipi Cemetery, and this is where my dad's sister is buried, so it would be my Auntie Joyce. That's a big wally boot. And that is the Taihape gumboot. So we're just arriving at the cemetery. This is the grave of Joyce Sylvia Potaka, my Auntie Joyce.
This is the grave of our dearly loved Uncle Tom, Tongari Ramiha Potaka. He was a loved husband, uncle, father and friend of many.
Deep in thought, we then headed over to a small village called Utuku. This is where Joyce grew up.
So this is Utuku, and this was Joyce's house here. Now the house is gone, but the walnut tree just ahead, which is massive, still remains, and I can see lots of walnuts on it. So that leaves a legacy to her.
What a day we've had, a day to remember, that's for sure. And it's nice to learn about my family's history. We still have one more place to visit before we reach our destination, but I think we've crammed enough into this video, so I'm going to leave this vlog here and we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. So next week we're really going to uncover my family's secrets as we visit our ancestral home.
This is a tongokanga, or a gateway. It's a gateway to welcome you into our ancestral house. And that's Uncle Pike.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Taff. Now,
Hi everyone, and hi Jill.
Do you think we look alike? I don't know. We have the same big toes. How about that? We have the same feet.